Designs video. And hello from Rosie. Oh, hello there, beautiful girl. What do you want? You were just settled down then for a little snooze. Come back, sit down here. Come on. Come here. Come here. That's it. Come sit with me. She's being very cute. Your big fluffy tail is not going to help me, is it? So, come on. Come on now. Oh, I can see it's going to be one of those lives today where we're getting photobombed by Rosie. So, let me just double check that all is well in the world. Let's have a look at what's going on here, because we have, yes, I can see Rosie has made an appearance. Let's just turn this down. Hello guys, hello. Oh, I'm so glad you found me. Slightly different time today because I've been super busy doing all of the things, but I have got an idea of what I want to do today, and yeah, I've got a bit of a thought process going on. I'm going to make a card for Ant today, and I'm going to use the Hooray hamsters. That was almost difficult to say, because these are almost out of stock. So those of you that follow us been following us know that we've just recently had a spring sale. Hi again, Rosie. Are you going to go down there? You've just stood on my stamp, so that's helpful. You're going to go down there. You're going to go to bed. I'm going to go and have a little lie down for a bit. Don't lie down there. Come lie down here. That's it. That's my little fluffy one. That's it. She's making biscuits now. So, yes. So I'm not going to get much chance to use these hamsters for much longer. I didn't think, because they are almost out of stock since the sale. So I thought I would use them today because they're absolutely ideal for a card that I want to make for Anne. Now, I've just been playing with some card sizes, and I'm going to use this slimline card that I previously made this for something else and didn't use it. So let me just pop that one back, because we're not going to use that. But I do need some card stock. I need some stamping card, and I need some regular card, because I'm going to make a bit of a scene here for my hamsters. So I'm going to actually start with my hamsters. Normally I start with my background, but I'm going to start with my hamsters today because. So I've got a bit of, oh, that's some nice thick cardstock, isn't it? But I feel like I want to use this. This is like good super smooth. So let's try this. And I'm going to make a little tower of hamsters. Hello, Laura. Hello to Claire. Hi, Julie. Hi, Josh. Hi, Nazli. Nazli, is it? Titi says bonjour. And Ashley's with us as well. Hello, everyone. I'm so pleased that you could join me. So this is, I'm extra pleased that you can join me as well, because this is probably going to be our only live this week, because we've got so much on. My screen is hanging here. Is anybody else having problems? I feel like I've had a couple of internet issues, but it could just be me. So do let me know in the comments, because sometimes I still get the comments, but I don't. But the picture freezes. So do let me know. So yes, so this is going to be our only live this week, because we've got we're going to a show on Saturday. I think I may have mentioned it last live that I did. So I'm just going to arrange my little hamsters on here, because I'm going to use all of the hamsters. I'm going to use a couple of the accessory stamps as well, and then we're going to use the good luck, but I'm going to wait to use that, because I'm going to do that in the little sign. So these are very well loved stamps, as you can see. I've had them a while, so and I do love them. They are super cute. I apologise for the little bit of glare that we've got going on. I'm trying my best with the lighting today. It's quite a dull day today. We've had some sunshine, which has been really nice, but it didn't last for long, did it? I hope that's not the only sunshine that we're going to get this spring. Laura says, yay for shows and for being busy. Absolutely. It is really good to be going to shows and stuff. We'd not done many shows in the past before lockdown happened. We were just starting to do a few more, and then obviously lockdown hit. So we're not very practiced at it, so it's all still a little bit new and a little bit exciting and a little bit scary all at the same time, because you just don't know, like, you don't know what you don't know sometimes. You don't know what, if it's a venue that you've never been to before, you don't really know what the facilities are going to be, what setup's going to be like. I don't know why it doesn't want to go down on that side. I feel like maybe there's just not enough pressure there. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's got it. So it can be a little bit scary, but let me just stamp my sentiment here. I'm going to stamp the sentiment in the Memento ink rather than my VersaFine, which is what I normally use for my sentiment. But I am going to be colouring it with my markers. Sorry for my head, but I need to get a really good view, and I will be honest with you, my eyesight is not what it was. So there we go. So I've lined that up quite well, but like I say, my eyes are not as good as well. I've got contact lenses. I wear contact lenses because I am very short-sighted. But now the strength of my short-sighted prescription means that I can't see things close to, because that vision's going with age. So if I wear my contact lenses, it means then that I have to wear some reading glasses. So I just think, oh goodness, what is life coming to? What is life coming to? So we are super busy. So we're going to be packing up on Thursday. Well, probably all from tomorrow. Actually, we're going to be packing up all our orders, all of the stuff that we want to take to the show, packing up the van, and bits and bobs ready to go as soon as we possibly can on Friday morning, because then we have to set up actually at the venue on Friday, ready for the show to start Saturday morning. So it's a long few days. The day itself, I'm hoping, is going to be really busy. And then obviously we've got to bring it all home and we've got to unpack it all. And that's the worst bit. That is definitely the worst bit. I don't mind so much the packing up and the setting up and all of that, but it's when you get it home and then you've got to put it all away. And right, let's zoom in a bit and let's do some colouring in. So, and I'm going to have a little drink of my tea because I made myself a nice cup of tea in my Central Perk mug, because I am living off caffeine right now, let me tell you. I am fueled by the caffeine. Right, what colour shall I do my little hamsters? Hamsters come in a variety of shades, don't they? So we can have a little play here. I'm going to do E30s, 33. We'll do some E40s, 41, 50, E42, E45. Oh, some lovely colours. And I think we'll go for some, let's go for some neutral greys. Should I go for toner greys? They're a bit of a, yeah, I'm going to go for some toner greys. Change my mind. T5, T1, should be sufficient. So I've got 4 little hamsters. I'm going to start with the grey, I think. Let's start with some grey. My hamster as a child was grey, and I called him Humphrey. He was super cute. So, sorry, I should put down my little Rosie settled down to have a sleep now. She's made her biscuits. So we'll just lay a bit of colour down for this little cutie pie. Good morning from New York. Love your magnet holders. Thank you. And that's Zizi. Hello, welcome. But it's great to have you all the way from New York. It's a place that I would love to visit one day, definitely. How is everyone this afternoon anyway? What are we all up to? I know a lot of you did take part in our sale, so thank you very much. That's kept me very, very busy for the last few days. We still have a few orders to catch up with, so please do bear with me. We're working our way through them as best we can, on top of everything else. I've also been super busy the last few days and weeks, finishing off some new designs. So, and great news that our next release is almost ready to ship, so that's exciting too. So I'm just going to use some R20 to just colour in his ears, give him some little pinky cheeks, and then I'm going to just add a little bit to his feet here, but that is a little bit too pink for his feet, so I'm going to just blend that out with the R00. So I don't want his feet to be too psychedelic, but my little hamster had little pink feet. So that's hamster number 1. I'm going to do his belly in a little while, but I'm going to do all the bellies the same because they're going to be white, but not white, if that makes sense. So next little hamster I'm going to do in the E30 shades. Laura says, I want to get my new lily stamped up this afternoon to practice your Copic colouring. What a great idea. What a very, very good idea. So this little guy's got a little patch over his eye of different colour fur, which again I think I'm going to make white. So a bit of E30, go to then the E33. That sounds like a nice crafty afternoon you've got planned, Laura. I like the sound of that. That sounds like my kind of afternoon. This afternoon I've got a little bit of admin work to do, and some more designing to complete. It's all about the designing this week, getting everything done before we have to start packing up tomorrow. So I'm on a bit of a deadline, putting myself under pressure as always. That R34 wasn't quite dark enough for me, so I'm just going to go in with the E35 around the bottom here and just add a little bit more. If you're finding that you're not getting a dark enough shade because the colours seem to be just blending straight into each other, mine are a little bit here. So sometimes it's worth just letting them dry back a little bit and then going back in with that darker colour. It could just be that the paper is a little bit saturated. Ashley says, yes, thank you for the amazing sale, Jo. I totally had to get those cutie hamsters and other things. Yes. Lots of people really did, you know, fill their baskets several times over. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's been really good. And what it has done, what it's accomplished, because it was our spring clean sale, means that we now have room for all the new items that are coming. So that was it, you know, that was the purpose of it really, was to help us really make some room. Oh, what am I doing? That's upside down. So a little bit in the ears, some little cheeks, and then again just around the bottom of the feet. So our little hamsters had very pink little paws, they did. So my sister had a ginger hamster. So that's kind of representing Harriet. So Harriet and Humphrey the hamsters, very imaginative names. So let's go in for, I'm going to do some an E40 shade now of hamster. And this is probably the colour that I'm going to use for their bellies actually, because it's kind of an off-white, but is the palest of these shades. So I'm just using that as a bit of highlight for the bodies, but for the bellies that I want to be more white, it is going to be ideal. So let's just add some colour to the ears, and then a bit of E43 is going to be our darkest shade, and that's just going to give him a bit more of a, almost a chinchilla kind of a mink kind of a colour. Is what I'm picturing in my head. And then I go back in with that mid-tone and bring that into the middle, around those ears. And then I am actually going to use the E41 rather than the E40 to just blend that centre point, because I think that E40 might have been a little bit too pale for him. That's better. And then again, same as before, these are really, really easy to colour, these little creatures, these little critters. And they're super cute. They're little fat little hamster bodies, wobbling around in their hamster wheel. So just blend out those little feet. And let's just catch up. Ashley says, exciting, can't wait to see the new release. Oh, you will love it. I can't wait for it to arrive. I'm so excited. Julie says, mine and friends' order arrived this morning. Thank you. Oh, fantastic. Oh, I'm so glad that it's arrived. We've had so many to pack up that, you know, it's we've done them in the order that they've come in, and we've got onto them as quickly as we possibly can. So yeah, we've been working hard to get them all out, and as always happens, you know, I'm always conscious that because we're working flat out to get them out, that inevitably mistakes happen. So if we have made a mistake with your order, do just let us know. We will resolve it as soon as possible. We are human beings managing, you know, as best we can. And there is just myself and Aunt that do everything. So sometimes these things do get the better of us, especially when you're working at like a million miles an hour, and sometimes you forget to breathe. I feel like my E53 might need a bit of re-inking. I use my shades the absolute most, so it's not a surprise that they might need a little bit of extra juice. So the E50 shades are a really nice colour for critters, I think. And then the E55 is the darkest shade here. Oops. I'm just going to use that right at the bottom there, and then at the tips of the base of the ears, just to give them a little bit of depth. And then he needs some colour to his ears as well, doesn't he? Now I need to, my next thought, I'm already thinking now, thinking ahead a little bit as to what colour do I want to do my sign, and what colour do I want to do the tie and the balloon. Because this is a card for a boy as well. So this is a card for Ant, who is he's doing some assessments at work today. He I can't speak. He has as part of his role, he has to do various assessments throughout his probation. So he's a firefighter, a whole-time firefighter, and he's on a when you join the fire service, you start on a 2-year probation, and throughout your probation you're constantly being assessed to make sure that you are meeting the requirements of a firefighter. So you have to go through various gateways, they're called, of assessment throughout that 2-year period, and at the end of that period, if you've passed all of your assessments, then you are a fully qualified firefighter, and you pass your probation, and you also get a little bit of a wage increase, which is rather fabulous as well. But it also means then that you are, you're fully safe to go out there and do other tasks, I suppose, less supervised, if that makes sense. So he is currently he's been in the fire service now for approximately 18 months, maybe a little bit longer, and he's at his 5th gateway of 6. So that's what he's doing today. He's got an exam on Thursday. He's got his assessments, like it's practical assessment today. So he's been very, very nervous about it. I know he's been worrying about it, and we've been so busy that we've not even had time to think about how nervous he is about it. But I know he's going to smash it. He's going to absolutely smash it. But I want to let him know that we are thinking of him. So I think what I'm going to do now, I'm trying to think what colour to do my little sign. Shall I do the because I was thinking I might do some more kind of primary colours. Let me just catch up. Julie says she's not up to much, got school pick up to do in an hour and then college later. Oh yes, it's your college day, isn't it? I don't know if anybody saw our story yesterday, but Julie's little boy Harry sent me the cutest card. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's here, look. I knew I'd got it somewhere close. It is absolutely adorable. I mean, just look at that. Isn't that the cutest thing? Some little beavers working away in the little house with the cat. And then it's actually been handwritten on the inside to us both. Honestly, it's the cutest thing ever. So thank you so much to Julie and to Harry. And Julie also sent me a very beautiful card as well, bless you. But obviously Harry gets the extra cute points, doesn't he? Right, so let's I want to do a red balloon, I've decided. So Ant is, in fact, I'm going to do red accessories. I'm just going for it because Ant is a Liverpool supporter. So their kit is red. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep the rest of my colour palette, fairly neutral. So I'm going to do the sign kind of pole or baton or whatever you want to call it in red, but I think I will do the top of it in a slightly different colour, just so that it doesn't overwhelm my sentiment here. So I've gone for an R24 there, so my next one's going to be an R27, I believe. Yes. So I'm just going to add a little bit of depth to the top and bottom of there, to the tie, and then I'm just going to add it to I'm going to add it to one side. I'm going to do the opposite side to the side that I normally do, because I think that's the side that is going to be on show, but it doesn't really matter. So be careful with your reds, they're very, very juicy, they bleed so easily, but if you do get any bleed, because I've gone a little bit outside the lines there because I can't see with my eyes, so don't worry if that's what happens, because you cannot always go over it with a little bit of a fine liner pen. So for the actual sign itself, I'm going to go back with my E40s, because again I think these are a good neutral for something like this. So I'm going to go from the outside inside, just flicking that out so it blends away towards the centre, and that's the E40. And then if I can find an E41, there we go. So this will be slightly darker, just to add a little bit more depth to the outside edge. That is literally it. All of my bits coloured. Oh, lovely. They look cute. Let's pop all of these back out of the way before they start rolling around on my desk. Cute little guys. So, are you a red too, Laura? They're doing well at the moment, aren't they? I know absolutely nothing about football, so don't even ask me. And to be fair, even though Anne is a red, he doesn't really watch it as such. He's very into his fitness and the gym, and he used to play football actually when he was younger, at a semi-professional level, but for a while, I think at a semi-professional, or he was about to be, but he injured his knee, which meant he had to stop doing it. So I think that's taken some of the joy out of the whole thing, watching it, playing it, everything. So now each of these little hamsters is in a slightly different position. So what you're going to have to do is obviously find the one that corresponds, the die that corresponds with them, because they've all got the little legs akimbo, doing a little hooray dance, because they are the hooray hamsters. So we need a little bit of washi tape. Oh, I've got lots here. So let me just, now I've matched them up to the correct little hammy, I'm going to just line them up properly, and then we can pop them through the machine. I'm going to pop them through my big machine today rather than my little one, just for speed really. Now my little yeah, I'm going to just cut out my balloon on its own first, so that I've got a little template to use. I think I might need a bit more washi tape. Okay, you stick down there, little hamster, little Humphrey, little Harriet here, you stick down there, and then my good luck can go here. my noggin getting in the way again? Oh, Rosie, you're so cute. She's just rolled over and covered her eyes up. So cute. I love it when she comes and keeps me company in here. The weather, because the weather's been nice, she's been out a little bit more, so I've not had her company in the craft room. Hello there, Amy. How are you? You made it to see her live. Oh, sorry, Rosie. I do apologise for disturbing the snoozers. Oh my God, you're so cute. Oh, I could just cuddle her all day. I could. Right. Let's get these through here. And then I just need to cut out the little balloon. So, oh, that's stuck to my plate there. Oh, little cute. Right, I'm going to zoom back out a little bit because I'm a bit close now, aren't I? So let me zoom out a little. That's better, isn't it? So that you can see what I is doing. Amy says she loves the little hamsters. I know they are so cute. Little fat hamsters. This is the hardest thing, really. And I know I've spoken to other craft businesses that are the same, is that when you have to make room for new stock and you have to retire some of your older stock, it's hard. It's really hard because these, you know, I've toiled over these designs. They're, you know, and I love crafting with them, but you know, the next new shiny thing comes along and you forget, don't you? And then you you know, then you've got to, you know, make space for new stuff, and it's sad. I don't want to make room for new stuff. But I do, because I want the new stuff too. Right, so we've got our little template here. You see I cut out this little balloon shape, and then I've got my little balloon here, which I'm going to just trim out as well, because we don't need that scrap. And then what this is going to do now is going to help me to line up. So I'm just going to secure that together. It's going to help me line up this die here, because this die is so small, they've not been able to leave a blank space in between those two cut lines, which means that when you're lining it up, it can be really tricky. So that's why this will just help, because you know that you're going to get it all in the right place. I feel like it's a little bit high up actually, so just bear with. Let's just try that again. That is perfect. So if ever you're struggling to get your dies to line up, this is a really good way of doing it. Now I've done it with cardstock, which can sometimes be a little bit of an issue if it's got, when you're putting it through your die cutting machine, because obviously you're putting two thicknesses of your through your machine. So you could cut it just out of some copier paper. It's a little bit thinner, and that means then that you're not going to have trouble the die going through both bits. So I don't know whether this has had enough pressure to go through because it's thick, but it looks like it's done the job no problem. So I'm going to keep that little bit in. So once you've made your little template, just hang on to it, and then you can use it over and over again. You see now then we've got that cut out pretty much perfect. I would never have been able to line it up that well without my little template. And I've got two templates now, look. Okay, let's move this out of the way. What are you up to then, Amy, that you've managed to get some time to to watch a little crafty live session. I know you're very busy at the moment, got lots going on, haven't you? So I appreciate you taking the time to come visit us. So let me think about my little so all of my little characters are going to stack up on top of each other here. And the top one is going to be holding the sign, and then one of these guys at the I like him at the top because he can stand on his tippy toes. That's cute. And then he can also stand on a tippy toe. That's very cute. Okay, and then he's going to have the red balloon. The guy at the bottom who's holding the whole thing aloft, I think he might have to have the tie on because he's the one holding them all up. That's really rather cute. So that I remember my order, I'm actually going to attach their little accessories, and then I'll know where they all need to live, won't I? Potentially. So I'll just pop some liquid glue onto that. Excellent. So for my background then, so that's all my little hamsters. Super cute. I'm going to pop them up there. There's a little bit of inspirational, though you probably can't see them, can you? So just a little bit of camera. There we go. So this is my card base. This is my handmade card base, and I'm going to use my slimline nesting dies, if I can find them in amongst all of this lovely stuff in here. Where are they? There they are. So I'm going to grab these and let's have a look, see which one we want to use. How big of a gap do I want? See, that one's quite a good size. I think this one would be good. Let me have a look, see if it's going to be enough for me to get. Yes, because we've got height, and that's perfect. Yes, I like that because it's got a nice bit of border all the way around the outside. And I'm going to do a little bit of a background. Now, I have previously cut some slimline pieces out of some nice cardstock, so I'm just going to use this piece of cardstock because I'm not using it for anything else. So we might as well just cut the centre out of it, and then I'll also have a nice little stitched frame actually. Oh no, you've got COVID! Oh no, the dreaded COVID. Oh, I'm glad you're not too bad with it though, Amy. It feels like we're all going to have it at some point, aren't we? Unfortunately. Hello, Lucianne. Hi, Jane. Thank you guys for joining. Okay, so we've got a little background piece. Sorry about the noise there, Rosie. So I've made myself a nice little frame there, which is pretty cool. But I'm not going to use that today, but I am going to hold on to it because I keep everything. I'm such a hoarder. Now I've got some nice green papers here, some scraps that I'm definitely going to use. Some have already got little bits cut out of them when I've used them to make grass. So that's what kind of gave me the idea of having them on a little grassy background. So I think I will use some of my landscape dies to cut those out. But I'm going to do some quick stenciling of some, let's move those out of the way. Move these guys just over there. Grab my stencil mat. So I'm going to do some stenciling of some clouds. using my slimline stencil. So I'm actually going to have to turn this guy around. Now then, stencils are in my stencil binder, which I absolutely adore. So we've got a number of different stencils that we've done in the past that have given us like different cloudy situations and wavy situations, and scene building situations, but I think probably my favourite is the slimline one, so that's the one I'm going to use for now. But I love this binder with all my stencils, and it makes things so much easier, and I'm literally putting everything in binders now because I just love it so much. So I'm going to go with a nice bright blue sky, because we are obviously we're thinking about it being cheerful and so on. So tumbled glass, I don't want it to be too in your face, so tumbled glass is a great colour for this. I'm just going to pop that on there, and I think my smaller brush, well, one of the large brushes, but rather than the extra large, is going to be perfect for this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to start at the bottom. My grass, see if I just use this that I've just lined up here as a bit of a guide of how much room they're going to need. I think my grass is probably going to live there, isn't it? And I could just stencil my grass in the background, to be honest, but I do want to create some layers with my dies. So if my grass is going to be around there, then I'm going to start my clouds out here, and I'm just going to do a very light coverage of some nice blue clouds. Lovely. And I'm going to do them, I think I'm going to do them quite close together. I'm just going to move my stencil around into different positions, turn it over, and then we'll get different patterns for our little cloudy sky. And sometimes tumbled glass, I feel, is a little bit difficult to see on screen. It looks much brighter in real life sometimes. Let's try. I think I want it to go a little bit up. So yeah, don't be afraid to change the angle of your stencil. Just really play with it to get some really different cloudy effects. And then the last one, I think I'll go with that one. Yeah, that's very cute. I feel like this one didn't really come out too strong, so I'm going to just do that one again. Line that back up. That's better. That's better. Oh, I love that. Love it. Okay, so that's our stenciled background. Excuse me. And just put it to one side, clean up our stencil on both sides, and I'll just put that to one side just so that it dries out a little bit. Yes, you must share your colouring of the lily, definitely. We'd all love to see that, I'm sure. So let's cut out some landscapey bits. I've got a little bit of green cardstock here, which is the right width. I've got some different colours of green as well, which are also just some little off-cutty bits that could work if we're layering them up. So I'm thinking like so. Might be a little bit too small, that piece. Oh, hello there, sorry about that, that's my phone making a noise. So I'm going to cut a couple of these pieces out of here. I'm going to use my landscape edge dies. Every time I turn around, I've got my phone on loud today just in case Ant does phone me, you see. So I'm sorry about that. So the landscape edge dies have these cloud dies in there as well, which are really, really cool. And you can use those to create canopies of trees as well if you wanted to. So that's a really cool idea. So I think I'm going to go with a straight one. I'll go with the hilly one at the back, which is going to be my darker one. So let me think. That's going to go onto there. Let's line that up on there. And then my straight one, I'll do this way around because I'm going to save a bit of cardstock that way. And I will pop this through the machine. Oh, that's a bit of a tickle in my throat. This through. Out the end there. Nose. So that means I'm going to be cross with somebody apparently. Does anybody know that story, that old wives' tale? Sounds like the hamsters are squeaking when you're cleaning the blue mat. Oh, is that what it sounds like? Yeah, that's it, they're squeaking. So we've got a little layer there and then another layer just there, which looks quite cute, doesn't it? I like that. So I need to trim this to the right size, and I want to add a little bit of ink blending to this. So let me do a super quick bit of surgery to this die cut piece. And flip it over. Get my big paper scissors, and we're just going to hold on to it and snip it from the back. Super easy, super quick. And then, oh, I love this, so cute. And then this is actually cut to the right size, and I like the fact that we've got like a little bit of a, I don't know, just that little bit of a wave there. So let's turn this over again. And I'm going to do the same with this piece. I'm just going to trim it from the back. Try not to trim my original piece, which I did there a little bit, but never mind. And then I've got another little piece there that I will keep. So that is so cute. Okay, let's add a little bit of, don't throw any of your scraps away, keep all of your scraps, pop them in a little pocket. One of your time for tea pockets will work fabulously. These are one of the clear storage pockets, or if you've got any other pockets at home. That's what I do. Just keep all of my offcuts by colour. So I've got all my greens. If I've got offcuts of patterned paper, I'll keep them in a pocket like this with the original paper pad, if I can. Sometimes you don't have the original paper pad if it's been like maybe a 12 by 12 piece of paper. But yeah, wherever possible, I'll keep them with the original so I know what I'm doing. So I was going to do a little bit of ink blending on this guy, wasn't I? Let's get my little stencil mat out again. So the little hamsters are going to be squeaking again. And I like a bit of Lucky Clover with my grass. So that's what I'm going to use. And I'm going to use one of my little blender brushes for this because we're only going to use, we only want to do a little bit. So I only really want to do the very bottom of this, just to give it a little bit of colour and a little bit of depth. I'm going to keep the top part nice and light. Lovely. Nice. Easy peasy. So this is actually, again, another really nice and simple card. Julie says, hoping to get lots of time tea crafting in this weekend. Would have come to the show if petrol prices hadn't risen so much. Oh, I know. And it says there's a long way for you to come. I mean, Liverpool's a long way for us to go, really, still. It's a couple of hours drive for us to get there. But it's for us, when we're looking at kind of where do we go, what shows do we pick, you know, I think within a couple of hours drive is doable, because you've got to factor in, obviously, your setup time. If it's taking you half a day to get there and then it's taking you a full day's work to set up your stand, it's you know, it's a long day. So yeah, so I think it is, you know, you have to kind of consider these things when you're planning. So a couple of hours to me seems doable. Just bear with me 1 second. I need to blow my nose. Oh, Rosie, I'm sorry. I scared you there, didn't I? Made you jump. It's all good. Put you back under there. There we go. Got to keep the cat comfy, haven't we? Okay, so let's start popping this together. So I'm actually going to cut that bit off. I'm going to pop this bottom bit on with some liquid glue. And then I don't know, am I going to pop up the front bit? Oh, actually I need to think about sentiment. Just considered my secondary sentiment. So while my little guys are obviously, I mean, he's balancing all of these little hamsters on one little foot. He's quite the acrobat. So is he balancing that way? That is really rather cute, isn't it? There we go. So that's kind of how a little thing's going to go. And then this is my bottom piece. Now, I wanted a secondary sentiment because obviously good luck is great, but I wanted to say something like, you got this. So I pulled out the Be Kind, Be You sentiment. And it's got the got this and then the U, but I don't know if that U is going to be too big. So we may have to fashion our own U from a different sentiment. But I'm gonna line it up and have a look because it might also look really cool. So you've got U and got this. underneath might look really, really cool. Yeah, I do like that. And my thoughts are, because we can die cut the U as well from some different coloured cardstock. So I could possibly do that in some red cardstock to go with our red theme, and then just stamp the "Got This." That could work, couldn't it? Should we try that? See what that looks like. Then we can pop that up on a little bit of foam tape. Or you can cut out your sentiment with the die. So we could stamp it in red. That might look quite cool. I might do that instead. I feel like I like that idea. So I've got some scraps of card here, and I'm going to grab a little acrylic block. Let's do some freehand stamping here, and I need some red. So I've got some Festive Berries or some Barn Door. Barn Door's quite a red, like a dark red. Festive Berries, that looks a bit of a pinky red, and Candied Apple is a bit of a pinky red. Candied Apple is looking quite close, so it's very juicy as well. So let's try this one, see which one is the best match. It's very juicy, that Candied Apple, and it may be that I'm going to wish that I'd done this on my stamping platform, so we're doing an experiment. Just pop it there, because I'll have a little bit of a slice out of my... Oh, I think that looks pretty good. And you know what I wish I'd done, and I'm going to hate myself for not having done it, is maybe put a little bit of clear embossing powder over it. Have I got some? That's some very thick embossing powder. What's that one? It's white. I'm going to have a little go at doing some, so I've got some of this. Let's try this. So Distress Oxide ink can work with your embossing powders if you are reasonably quick. So I'm going to have to make a little bit of a mess to be quick, but that's okay. I've got a little bit of scrap paper here that we can tip this onto. That looks like that's covered it quite nicely. I'm happy with that. So this is the bit that Rosie doesn't like. She doesn't like my heat tool. Let's see if we can just go back in there. Yep. Lovely. Shani says, Joe, please can I ask where you got your acrylic blocks from? I think that I got them from maybe Craft Stash, somewhere like that. They are not expensive ones. They were like a set of so many. I think that looks really cool. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera. The there we go. The shine that's on that. I love that. So I'm just going to let that rest a little bit. I do like the U as well that we did. Oh, I've just smudged that. Oh, that's that ruined. a shame. I guess we could use my sand eraser to get rid of that. Don't know how that. So this is what I was saying about that particular ink. The Candied Apple is very juicy and stays wet for a very long time, which is handy when you're trying to do some heat embossing. So let's I have made a little bit of a mess here with some of my clear embossing powder, and I've got it all over my fingers, but I've got ink everywhere. Yeah, that ink is it's a bad one, that one, for getting everywhere. Rosie's like, I'm trying to get some sleep here, and all I'm hearing is you wittering on and noise. It's annoying, isn't it, Rosie? So let me line this back up. So in fact, I'm going to cut this out first so I know exactly kind of my sizings for this. So this is my my die, and I'm just going to double check that is all dry. Let's line this guy up. I think it's just nice to do stuff in different colours occasionally as well, rather than just the black and white sentiments. Get my little heavy doodle die cutting machine, which is super cute. I like the thickness, and they look comfortable to use with the waved edge. Thank you. Yes, they are really comfortable. They are my favourite. I mean, you can see how filthy mine are. So there's a larger one, and there's also this size as well, which is really good for your longer sentiments. So I have looked to see if I can find some for the shop, but I haven't been able to find any that are a decent price. So you're probably best sourcing them yourself, maybe through, like I say, Craft Stash or Amazon or somewhere like that, because they are good. I did get these ones for the shop, so these are the smallest ones. They're not as nice as these ones. These are nicer. They're thicker than these, but these work perfectly well, and I did get these quite cheap from Amazon. And these are the smallest ones. They come in the larger sizes as well. But I like the really tiny ones for my sentiments. They're really handy to use. So now we've got you. Oh yeah, I love it. I love that. Okay, so the got this then is just going to go down there. So again, I'm going to use, in fact, I'll use one of these little ones. I'll have to use it on a bit of a slant, but that's fine. And I'm going to use my VersaFine for this bit. So you... help if I did it the right way up, wouldn't it? And then you got this is just going to go there. So hopefully I've stamped that correctly first time. Yeah. Sentiments are always a worry, aren't they? You're never quite sure if it's going to come out straight or with the right amount of pressure. So the You Got This is from the Be Kind Be You stamp set, which is also a great set for like doing your journaling and memory keeping type stuffs. So I'm going to pop this up as well, and then I'm going to pop this up. So let's pop this bit up first. Let me get some of our lovely tape here. Got a couple of different varieties, but I think, yeah, in fact I think I'll use the smaller one for my sentiment here. Oh no, but I'm going to put this on first. That would make sense. do a bit of quick by eye measuring and put that onto there. And then this, like I say, I'm going to pop up with a little bit of foam tape as well. Too big so it hangs over. It's better. And then we can pop that just nice and snugly over the "you've got this." And then, right, so now then let's pop some tape on my little guys here. Love this. So I hope that he likes this, but I think he will. I'm not sure if I should have popped this down before I put all my characters on, but we're going for it now, aren't we? So, and then this guy is going to go here. A little bit there. I had a little spare bit of tape there that I can put on the balloon to pop that balloon up. Oh, what am I doing? And then pop him just there. Oh, have I done him a bit too? Over. Let me just unhinge the balloon. Maybe he needs to just tip the other way a little bit. Hang on. I may have just done him a little bit too upright for my next hamster. Just doing a little bit of surgery. Oh. We have taken some of the background off there, but I don't think we're going to see it. I just need to move him a little bit that way. Let's try and get this little bit of tape off. Come on. Got it. That's a bit better. He was a bit too far that way. But now this guy can sit there. Thought we'd ruined him, but we didn't. We saved him. You just got to keep track of where your next character is going to be and where they might overlap, haven't you? Which I didn't do quite so well. But now we've got our little top of the tower little guy. With his banner here, and his little sign. Just take those bits off. Oops. And then position him, balancing precariously on his counterpart's ear. Wow, that's so cute. And then we can pop all of this now on here. So I'm going to use some foam tape for this as well. So again, do a little bit of by eye measuring, and this foam tape is the business for stacking up all of your layers, giving you dimension. It's just amazing tape. I love it. Oh, little bit too much. That's what you get when you're measuring by eye. There we go. So I'll just stick that one in the middle there. Lovely. And this will give, you know, your background a little bit of rigidity. Is that a word? And support as well. So that's why I really like it, because it's nice and wide. So again, excuse my noggin popping into view. Just trying to use the grid lines here to help me a little bit when it comes to just lining it up. I'm never very good at lining things up straight, so it's as near as damn it. But yay! I love this. So that's. I think we were almost there. Really, I feel like I might need to just zoom out a tiny bit, fraction more for you. Come on, zoom out. There we go. Just because it is such a slimline card. That you know, you can't see it all, can we? So I'm going to use some of my white jelly roll pen here. I did go over the line a little bit there, so I'm just going to use that to correct it, but I'm also going to add a little highlight to the top there, some highlights to my sign, some little whisker marks, and some more little highlights, because we love them. Very cute. Whisker marks. I think that, you know, one of the things that it just really makes me happy is that all of the sets that we've got, you know, you can make so many beautiful different cards with them. I love playing with them, and I love the, you know, the variety that we've got. So this little tie, I'm going to add some stripes too, just for fun, and then onto our balloon, I'll just add a few highlights on there. And I think other than just adding a little bit of glaze to their eyes, I think we might be done. What have I done with my glaze pen though? Oh no. There it is. So, you know, this is one of my favourite things to do, is to add just a little bit of black glaze to the eyes of my critters, because it does really just help them pop. A little bit. Oh, that's so cute. Yay. So there you go. Oh, Julie says, gotta go and pick up the boys. Say hello to them for me, but we're done now. So there you go. What do we think? I hope that Ant likes it. I think he will. I mean, who wouldn't love a stack and tower of hooray hamsters wishing you good luck? So there you go. And I think that the heat embossed sentiment has really finished it off as well, so I'm buzzing about that. Thank you so much, guys, for watching today. It's been a really welcome break from all of the other work that we've been doing to just craft along with you. I hope you enjoyed today's card. We shall see you, hopefully, if you're around. We'll see you on Saturday at the Stamping Together Festival. Check out the website for a link to where you can get tickets for that. If not, I'll see you next Tuesday for our next Crafting Live session. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Julie says gorgeous card. Laura says super cute card. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you spending time with me, and I'll see you all soon. Bye. Bye.